Welcome to Hell Legends. I want to give you a short overview of the game, some mechanics, and some ways you can customize your hero. First, Hell Legends is a cooperative dungeon crawler for 1 to 4 players. You can also play solo alongside a companion. Each hero has a player board along with a unique and asymmetric skill board, which we will look at first. The skill board has 2 areas, the attributes to the left and the skills to the right. To make the start easier, each hero comes with its own hero booklet, where you will find setup information, the playstyle, and some tips. On the inside, you can find an overview of all the skills that hero can learn. On the last page, there might be special rules if needed. On the left side of the skill board, you find the basic attributes: health, mana, defense, speed, strength, and accuracy. On the right side of the skill board, you find all the unique skills of your hero. Each skill can be learned and upgraded, so they have 1, 2, 3, and a 4th level to them. The higher the level, the more efficient the skill becomes. The skills are ordered into these 4 rows. Above them, you see what level your hero needs to be to enter each column. Up on the right, you can track your skill points. How do you get those? By killing monsters and unveiling the legend, which will grant you experience points. On your hero dial, you are going to track your level on the left and your current XP on the right. When you have collected enough XP to level up, you spend them and gain 2 skill points. You can track them up here or spend them to learn or upgrade your hero. For 1 skill point, you can improve a basic attribute by 1 step. You can also learn a new skill or advance an already learned skill like Battle Mastery here. With 1 skill point, I could advance it to level 3. There are also neutral skills, which any hero can learn for 2 skill points. These can be used to further personalize your heroes the way you want them to be. This is the player board with health, mana, and the hero card, where you can find the special talent and the weapon restriction. Up to the right, you can see the hero icon and the complexity to the left. The left storage is for small tokens like portal scrolls or gems. The right storage is for potions. For example, the big health potion regenerates 4 health. Here we have Focus, a very important resource which can be used to boost your attributes or reroll attack dice, for example. At the bottom, you find the item cards in their respective slots, like weapons, shields, armor, accessories, and gear. Of course, you can also have 2 one-handed or 1 two-handed weapon. Some might even grant you a bonus. On items, you can see these smaller icons. With 2 matching icons, you have created a set and can choose a set bonus token of that type. Top right, some items may provide gem slots for you to attach powerful gems, like this topaz that grants +2 mana. At the top you have 5 skill slots to equip learned skills. Of course, you can learn more than 5 skills and have them in your storage to re-equip later if needed. All items have a bonus and a powerful effect that triggers at various times. This sword, for example, grants a 50% chance to get a bonus. For this, we have a chance die, which will be rolled to determine the outcome. This is the round track with 3 spaces for hero action tokens. Each hero has 3 of those action tokens, which will be spent for each action. To further heighten the cooperative mind of the game, those actions can be distributed between all heroes. After 3 actions, an encounter card is drawn, which will prompt a possible monster activation. On this card, we see which monsters would activate, which actions they would take, and check if the overall threat will be increased. Up here we have the threat track. By increasing the threat, this track will spawn new monsters, fill the spawn bag with new tokens, or activate other effects with threat tokens. Monsters will also upgrade to level 2 via this token. Then we will flip their cards and they become more dangerous. When a hero interacts with a token like this whisper token, a legend token, which is the main story, or a story token, then you will take a look into the web app. Most of the time, the app is in an app pause and not needed. You're going to activate the corresponding token and follow the story or the event. After that, you can put the app to the side again and fully concentrate on the game on your table. Now let's take a look at the terrain. We have single spaces and zones, which are all combined spaces within a white border. Up here is a barricade which blocks movement and line of sight and of course can be destroyed. This is a sacrificed soul, which will be used very differently in each legend. Here we have the legend token corresponding to the main story, along with whisper and story tokens, which are smaller events and side quests. Of course, we have chests you can open, some zone effects like fire. This is a cadaver token which will be left by anything that dies. And there we have a monster spawn token where new monsters can spawn. We have different terrain types and, very important, different elevation levels. These will grant advantages or disadvantages for every level difference. Of course, we can explore more of the world by activating these, let's call them app tokens. Like I said, when anything dies, a cadaver token is placed. But before, let's look at an attack. An attack is built in multiple steps. First, you create your basic attack with a weapon stat. This sword gives me a red and a yellow die. I now check this amount with my strength, which is 2, so it's perfect. If I had a strength of 3, I would get an additional white die. Now I can activate skills. I could, for example, pay 1 mana for my battle mastery and receive an additional +2 damage. Also, I could activate Bone Breaker, take 1 wound and gain another red and a yellow die. Now I roll all my dice as my attack, like this, which is actually not a bad roll at all. We have 1 crit with 4 damage, 2 regeneration symbols, and 3 damage. Looking at my accuracy, which is 3, I can only resolve 3 dice. Or I would need to boost my accuracy with a focus point. Now, I can be happy with the result, or I could spend focus to reroll a die. A 2, even better. Now, what's the effect of this roll, you might ask? Of course, I did attack the burning corpse right in front of me. Here's a defense of 3, let me show you. 3 defense, 5 health, and he is immune to 1 fire wound. So, each crit is an automatic wound. Then we add up the damage. 4 plus 3 plus 2 are 9. Plus the 2 of the battle mastery is 11. 11 divided by its armor of 3 results in 3,66. Now it makes sense to use a focus point to boost the attack and get up to 12 damage, which results in 4 wounds. Plus the crit wound, we inflict exactly 5 wounds and the beast is dead. But each monster is different and this one might not go down so easy. On death, zone attack and range 0 with 1 fire die. So we will roll a fire die and every figure in its zone will receive the result, which is nothing. Nice. Now, after killing it, we will receive the kill bonus, which is 0 coins, 6 XP and 2 item cards. All other heroes will receive half the XP, so 3 as a party bonus. Now I have the potion finder skill, where I could use 2 mana to maybe find a small healing potion, which I do not need right now, so I wouldn't do it. Of course, all my items could have item effects triggering right now, depending on how I build my hero. So you build your own complexity. So now that we've killed a monster, what happens when a hero dies? Most important, we don't just lose the game. We take away the hero mini and place a cadaver token in its space. The hero receives 2 focus points, which is great. But he also draws a tainted blood card, which is an injury like this open fracture. Every time when I would move 3 or more spaces, I would suffer 2 wounds. Not that great. So at any time in the game, I can discard 1 equipped item or lose 2 focus, or else this card will be active for me all the time. Once paid, I can flip the card, but I have to keep it. When a hero has 3 of them, the legend is lost. We also lose when we have 3 active tainted blood cards between the heroes. After that, the hero will respawn adjacent to a shrine. Then he can go on like nothing has happened. For now at least. Now this concludes the overview video for Hell Legends. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and you now have a better feel for the game.